made you acting general. What now?
I gotta tell you, I don't really know how to do this. I'm not ready.
Neither were we.
Come to me on Mexico, General Pride. Send this ship to a world they know. Let it burn.
Yes, my lord.
She will come. Her friends will follow.
Master Skywalker.
A Jedi's weapon deserves more respect. If you don't face Palpatine, it will mean the end of the Jedi. There's something my sister would want you to have.
Never
Okay, so
leaving
hello
this
everybody.
Because you're a Palpatine.
You
Oh.
knew.
Welcome
Leia
back
knew it
to
too.
some Lego Star
She
Wars.
still trained me.
Rey, some things are stronger than blood.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
sure. So yeah, we're heading into the final stretch for the story. We're gonna finish the story today. Obviously, this isn't a mission, but you know. And yeah, and then I will have then counted myself as having seen all the Star Wars movies because I played this game.
Leia's saber.
The end of her Jedi path. But this is your fight. You'll take
When did
both
she get a
sabers to
lightsaber?
Exegol.
I don't have the Wayfinder. I destroyed Ren's ship.
You have everything you need.
I have everything I need. Can you give me a clue, please?
A clue? You're about to fight Emperor Palpatine and you're asking me for clues?
You were really vague.
Me vague? It's a good job you never met Master Yoda.
Yeah, right. But yeah, why does she actually? Oh, she still only uses the one though. But why did Leia have a lightsaber? Was that like? Because I do believe that after Episode 6, Luke does open a Jedi Academy and train people. I mean, they do go over it a little bit in the movie because that's where he trained Kylo or Ben, I guess, as he was known back then. And I think I don't know if I still have it. It's probably up in the closet with the rest of my comics. I think I have a comic where he, like, with Luke at the, at the training, like, at the academy that he, started afterwards. But I didn't know that, like, you know, Leia was a thing.
See, I told you
one.
that you had everything you needed.
But wait, how am I going to fly to Exegol? The ship is destroyed.
There is another.
Well, yeah, I would assume so. I mean, you were here after all. You had to have gotten here somehow. I guess there's no reason why you couldn't have got here, and then in the time that you were here, your ship. I'm happy that your ship no longer works, but I mean, there's people here, so I imagine people show up. I don't know how regularly, but I mean, at some point somebody would show up. Although I guess this is kind of like a whole save the galaxy time sensitive thing. Don't want to just be sitting there for like a month and it's like, I had no way off the planet. Which, to be fair, it's a solid excuse. It's like, I was on a different planet. You can't blame me for not killing a dude who was on a different planet than me. Like, that's just not fair. It's like, if we were in the same room and I didn't do it and he still conquered the galaxy, it's like, alright, that would be my fault.
Here,
This, not so much.
You can take mine.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Use
looks
the Force.
flight-worthy.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm not.
Concentrate. Palpatine is strong. Mind what you have learned.
Thank you. I'll try to take care of it.
Do or do not. There is no try. That's a collector's item.
All right.
It's Ray. She's going to Exegol.
Kajimi. How?
A blast from a Star Destroyer. Out of the unknowns.
Planet-killing weapons.
General, this droid has a ton of information about Exegol.
No, thank you.
As long as those Star Destroyers are on Exegol, we can hit them.
Surely they must have some kind of thermal oscillator.
What about an exhaust port somewhere? We could hit that.
Some form of main reactor core.
What are you talking about?
They use a signal from a navigation tower like this one.
Air team's gonna find the tower, ground team's gonna blast it.
There aren't enough of us.
That's where Lando and Chewie come in. They'll take the Falcon to the core systems.
We've got friends out there.
I am C-3PO, human-cyborg relations. Oh,
Your ground team here yet?
Yeah, looks like the lander just got back.
Well, enjoy your trip across the galaxy with a bunch of delightfully smelling Orbaks, General.
Thanks, General.
Hey, we've unlocked the last planet. It's a weird looking ship. I mean, it's very clearly a transport ship of some kind. But it's still weird. Looks huge, but once again, troop transport for a ground assault. I mean, it would be. It honestly, it looks like something somebody would build in Starfield. All right. So obviously, you know, we could do shit like the couple of things that are out here, but let's just end this. Let's get to the end. I'm both excited and sad to be this close to the end, because on one hand, you know, it's been a hell of a time. We've done a lot, and I'm kind of excited to, you know, be done. But at the same time, I've been enjoying this game quite a bit, and I'm kind of sad to not have a reason to play it anymore.
Look at that fleet. Welcome to Exegol!
Long have I waited for my grandchild to come home.
I haven't come to lead the Sith. I've come to end them.
My spirit will pass into you. You will be Empress. We will be one.
Creepy dude.
They don't have long. And you are the one who led them here. Strike me down.
I mean,
Take the throne. Make the sacrifice. Do it.
all right. So challenge number one.
Granddaughter fighting alongside Vader's grandson. There's always a family drama in this galaxy.
Is to defeat all of these guys without achievement. Now I am the master, because I have the Chief True Jedi in every level. So yeah, the achievement, not the achievement, the challenge here is to defeat all of these guys without Kylo dying. Well, that worked out well. Which, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. Especially if he can only die while while I'm in control of him. Yeah, I know that attack. And I mean, as long as I stay outside of the red circles, I should be fine. I mean, obviously I could like try and block and actually do like attacks and shit. You know, combos.
I never want to hear the name Ren again. Just wish it didn't sound so much like Ben.
Right? So is he no longer a bad guy then? Oh. Back to Ray.
Electrifying, bothersome Jedi never gets boring!
Dude, what the what happened? Why did he like why did he like rubber band back like that? Like what did he bounce off of? That looked ridiculous. That way instead of back.
Feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.
I mean, dude.
Soon I shall have unlimited power.
Unlimited. 2 unlimiteds? Is that even fair? Come on now. You can't double unlimit yourself.
You guys never wanted to talk. All I ever got was the silent treatment.
Heyo, challenge 1 complete, which was not a hard challenge.
Stand together. Fall together.
Dude, you guys suck. Like, come on.
In the Force, the power of 2 restores the one true Emperor.
There it is. That's our drop zone.
So wait, the tower they're all receiving signals from is on one of the ships? I guess it would have to be mobile, right? Oh yeah, that reminds me. He said that she was the one who led them there. Can it really be counted as leading them there if they just followed her and she didn't, like, explicitly say, like, come with me?
Look out! TIE fighter inbound!
Oh, so yeah, the next challenge is in this section. God, this
These
horse moves slow.
Orbaks will turn into orb bangs if these explosives take too many hits.
And it's just to avoid all of those. Just don't get shot by the, like, avoid the red lines on the floor. I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be a hard challenge. The shitty thing about this is that it seems like I'm gonna have to go into free play. Which, I mean, is only shitty because of that first section, and I can't, like, not do it.
So we can get the Orbaks to the tower.
Copy that, General.
Their helmets are a little bit sturdy. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just got unlucky with that first one. Their heads are a little sturdier anyway. Okay, so what do I got here? I got him. I got this chick with a bow for some reason. And that's it. Alright then.
About time we got to fight someone.
Yeah, I imagine it would be rather boring out here. Oh my god, Finn, you need a better gun, my man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Incoming!
Look out!
I mean, I moved to the side.
Jana, BB-8, we have to find a way to get the Orbaks past this tie.
Yeah, just like this. See? Piece of cake.
Everyone mount up.
Okay, you want to move? Thanks.
Snap behind you! Finn, I've been hit. I'm coming down on your location. Look out!
Not good.
Oh, look, there's one over there. I'm assuming we're about to dismount again then.
Thanks to Snap's excellent parking, we have to find a way past this
Oh,
X-Wing.
and I need gold. Although
You're right. Shutting down the power should make it safe to pass.
Although these guys probably... Yeah. Ow, 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 ow.
Space battles are so...
Dude, you did not get to finish your sentence. Okay,
If there's
put
a
that
terminal
on.
to shut down that power generator,
Oh my god.
we need to find it.
Oh yeah, also I did get some new achievements in between parts. I got the one for doing like 25 disguises or whatever. Turns out super easy. You go to Naboo, and there's some racks that you can destroy that drop clothes, that drop a disguise, and if you put it on and then switch characters, it will take away the disguise and just like drop it on the ground. So you can just get the disguise once, turn on, go into like a corner, because there's a couple of like little side areas you can go to, and then just switch to a different character, switch back to a hero character, put it on, and just keep doing that over and over again. You know, I don't know. God. I don't know what the point of taking the Orbex to the thing is, the BB boss.
Underestimate a droid.
Because we don't seem to be like doing
that hatch
much.
until that turret is destroyed. Destroy the exhaust vents and stop that droid.
Nothing will stop the return of the Sith.
Yeah.
That BB unit and turret are the last things between us and that hatch.
The resistance threat's here. Long live the final order.
The final order, eh? You know, this is one of very few situations where like
We need to stop the turret.
having a second person would actually like
Why aren't they intimidated?
um
All fire on the vents. It's the only way to stop
where like
the
a
turret.
second person
Get
might
ready to
actually
see a
help,
whole
because
lot
it's
more red.
possible that you could actually time it to destroy two at once. I don't know that you would actually manage it, but just because it might be one of those things where it's like, because your shot landed like half a second before the, or after the first one, like yours doesn't get destroyed or something. Okay, we got that thing. I'm gonna do this because I quickly looked over. I have the the walkthrough up that I was looking at the what the challenges were for it, and I saw that it said something about building a terminal here. So I was like, that I'll do this. Why not? Heyo, look at that. We got a supply drop. Boom. Alright, anyway. I doubt that there's any more we can get. Nope, that's not what I needed. Oh, that was it. Just, okay. All these other pieces bouncing around. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we'll have to do that first part to get it, like, during free play, because that's, I mean, I guess it was, it wasn't, well, I don't know. It was a long fight, but considering that you gotta kill 8 guys, I guess it wasn't. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, it was longer than I wanted it to be, but at the same time there was 8 fights, so.
Look at this. Look at this.
So long, sky trash.
Ah! Zori! You made it! Our Tuma systems are failing! Does anyone copy?
Be with me. Be with me.
These are your final steps, Rey. Rise and take them.
I don't like sand. I agree. Now is not the time for this.
Rey, the Force will be with you, always.
A scavenger girl is no match for the power in me. You are nothing. Unlimited.
So is that really
Sith.
like, you know, she's like defeated and then
hold
just like,
this
aha,
forever. I am
ghosts,
all
and now I'm
the
stronger?
Sith.
And I am all the Jedi.
Like how he's going through different like Dooku's and every like. I guess it wasn't Dooku, right? No, that was the other guy. Senator.
This is our last chance.
Right,
We gotta hit
Palpatine,
those
yeah.
cannons now.
Hello. Bubble Creek.
Hold on, Chewie.
Red 5 is in the air. People are rising up all over the galaxy. We did it.
Oh, Chewie finally. Oh, hey, Chewie finally gets a medal.
I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations. And you are? Memory restoration complete.
Really? That. I really hope that they did this ending better in the movies than they did in this, and like they really cut some shit out or something, because this isn't a very good ending so far. I mean. And where'd that one come from?
I'm Rey. Rey Skywalker.
Really? Look, the suns are BB-8. So that was the end of it, eh? I mean, I shouldn't have been excited about that. Honestly, not the best. Like, no, it's true. All of it. Completed the Skywalker saga. And of course, we already got the True Jedi in every level thing. We only have one more challenge to do, but we couldn't do it there, and we still have 2 mini kits. Really? 2? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, right. I remember now. I was trying to remember what the last one was. All right, well, I guess I'll let the credits play for this. Yeah, I gotta say, like, the game itself, very fun. Like, I have no complaints about the game. But, like, they seem to make a big deal about, and once again, this is going off of this, which is obviously a very cut down version of the movies. So, I mean, feel free to tell me if they did any of this better in the actual movies. But, like, it seemed like her and Kylo being a dyad in the Force was, like, a really big deal. And then he just kind of gets, like, swatted away at the end, and she does it by herself, and she fights Palpatine by herself. And then it seemed like they were gonna have some kind of romance thing, but then they just kill Kylo off immediately. Like, once again, maybe that relationship between her and Kylo was built up better in the movies, but like, it just seemed to be like a whole. Because like, I like the idea, it's like, oh, they're a dyad in the Force. He's trying to corrupt her. She's trying to bring him back to the light. And then, they theoretically would end up somewhere in the middle and, figure out that, it's like, oh, he's dark side, I'm light side. But we, common enemy in the Emperor and work together to defeat him. But then they don't. Like I said, Kylo just gets swatted away and she does everything herself. And then just like, because people that now, once again, maybe in the movie it's not, but like, she only met Luke and Leia, who were Jedis. I mean, I guess Kylo, but he wasn't dead and couldn't ghost talk to her at that point. But I mean, she's hearing from like Mace Windu, Yoda, Obi-Wan. Like, she doesn't know those people. I mean, I feel like that's just like, hey guys, remember these actors that we had? Kind of thing. And it's like, especially like, once again, I would be more fine with it if more people talked, in all honesty. Like, the fact that they only put the most recognizable names, like the most recognizable characters there, is more annoying to me, because it makes it seem like like being able to, for her to hear Luke, that would make sense. Her to hear Leia directly, that would make sense, because she knew them personally. But like, having the other ones, oh yeah, and Anakin, I guess, the sand thing, have like a clear voice like that. Like, I feel like it would have been better if it had been more of like a muffled, almost like people talking over each other or something, or just more people talking, to be like, oh, the Jedi, because she had that line, which honestly, once again, maybe in the movie it's delivered better. It seemed super cheesy there, where it's like, I am all the Jedi, because it's like, okay, whatever. It's a Lego game. They had a Band-Aid when he was Force healing her. But like, it seems weird that they would kill Kylo off, because once again, dyad of the Force, you'd think it's like, okay, they've became gray Jedi, which is a thing. Once again, he's pulling to the dark side, she's pulling to the light side. They end up as gray Jedi. That makes sense. That would have made sense to me. And then they ended up together. And I mean, her taking the last name Skywalker is just kind of it's not necessarily bad. I won't say that, because I mean, she doesn't want to go around calling herself Rey Palpatine. That's not going to go over well. But at the same time, calling herself Skywalker, people know she's not a Skywalker. They know, like, I mean, they're going to be like, oh, well, who the fuck were your parents that your last name is Skywalker? Granted, it's a big galaxy. Odds are, like, there's probably more than one Skywalker. You get people with the same last name on Earth right now. and that's a much smaller population on a single planet. Like, there's no way that, you know, a galaxy full of people, and there wouldn't be crossover in names. Obviously for story reasons, you never meet somebody with the same name, but, you know, once again, that's fine. But it just kind of seems like it's a way to be like, to keep the Skywalker name despite killing off all of the characters with that last name, you know? It's almost like they want to continue from here at some point. I don't know, like she buried the lightsabers, almost like she isn't going to be. Although, and then she pulled out a yellow lightsaber. And it's like, where did that come from? Now, if you don't know, originally the lightsabers were blue and green. And they indicated Padawan and Master. And then Samuel Jackson wanted a purple one. So they have a bunch of different... Oh, and then obviously red for the Sith. And then they have a bunch of different ones. So I don't know if the colors actually symbolize anything anymore. Like the fact that it was a yellow lightsaber seems like it should mean something, but they didn't really set that up in here. And in like the other Lego games, it's just the crystal that's in it, and it's not really any meaning behind it from as far as I know. It's just what kyber crystal is in the hand, is in the lightsaber, determines its color. And obviously when they made video games, they have a bunch of different ones as well. I mean, so I mean, her taking the last name Skywalker, it's like, you know, whatever. It's like, it's not bad because, like I said, she doesn't want to do that. But once again, maybe in the movies it's different. She didn't spend a huge amount of time with Luke and Leia in this game. She seemed to always be fucking off. Now, theoretically, she spent some time with Luke after he agreed to train her. But just like in the original trilogy, you're not really sure how much time passed. So it's like, I don't know how long he was training her for, just like I don't know how long Luke was trained by Yoda. Like, I don't know. But yeah, just like, weird. One thing I will say, and I know this for a fact because I've actually seen the clip, when they arrive with the reinforcements at the end there, when Chewie and Lando get back, that looks a lot better in the movie because it actually has the ships coming in, whereas in this one here, it just kind of looked over and all the ships were there already. So I mean, that I know looks better in the movie than it does here, but I love it when they do shit like that, like, you know, the reinforcements arrive. It's always a solid scene in a movie. Like, it can be like the worst movie ever. You get like a solid reinforcements arriving scene. Awesome. It may not save the movie, but that scene itself, like you have to do something really wrong to have a reinforcements arriving scene not be good, you know? Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. But yeah, I mean, now to be fair, almost all of those complaints were about the ending of the story and not the actual game. I mean, obviously we're going to continue, but since the credits are rolling, I'll do my review now. Because I can't imagine that my opinion of the game is going to change from what we have left. Yeah, story, obviously, it's fine. It's Star Wars. You can't really say much about that if you like the Star Wars storyline. This is a cut down, funnier version of it. Less serious version. I mean, even with the people dying, I mean, look, at the end there, Kylo even looked at his own health bar like, oh no. And then it fell off because he died. And it's like, yeah. And weird stuff, and, you know, funny stuff like that. The gameplay, it was Lego gameplay. It was Lego Star Wars gameplay on top of that. I mean, it didn't do anything different gameplay-wise than any other Lego game, really. But, I mean, that's a Lego game for you. I mean, if you've played one, you've more or less played them all. Obviously, you know, things change between them when they switch between franchises. Like, every Lego Star Wars plays the same. Sometimes it'll be smoother when the game is newer and whatnot, but it's still the same. Same with like Lego Harry Potter plays like Lego Harry Potter. Like you play the first one, you play the second one. It's the same game, different story, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly happy when it's the same game but a different story. You know, Far Cry 4, good 3, good game. Far Cry 4, basically the same, different story, still good. Far Cry 5, basically the same, different story, still good. Far Cry 6, haven't played it, assuming basically the same, new story, perfectly fine with it. Will play it at some point. Just haven't got around to it. Same with like, you know, the Assassin's Creed games. Basically the same gameplay, different story. That's fine. If I wanted different gameplay, I'd play a different game series. So I mean, yeah, still Lego games, one of the best games to play with somebody who doesn't play games. Basically no penalty for dying. Still potentially interesting stuff for people who are good at games to do, you know, and for completionists like me. You know, there's a lot to do. Now, on that front, there's a little too much to do in this one, I'll admit. It's a huge amount. And it wouldn't be too bad except for all the quests that have you going to different planets. Like if you're on a planet and they send you to one other one, it's like, all right, that's like one loading screen with the travel system. But when they're sending you to multiple different planets to do like one thing, and the way that the side quests in that work were you know, like that's a lot of loading screens. And like I'm playing on a Series X, so I mean minimum loading screens in theory, right? Obviously you might be able to get less loading screens on a higher end computer, but I still doubt that it would be that big of a difference. So I mean, those ones are kind of rough because it's not like, because if you had like could just go pick up the quests, right, and then go to a planet and do the side quest, but they don't seem to show you quest objectives unless you have the quest active. So that, you know, obviously you could go to a planet and then go through your quest, but then at that point you're going to have like, unless you go to planets in a specific order or something, then you're going to have it where you have quests for planets that you're not going to be going to for a while and whatnot. And it's just like, I understand that they want to send you to different planets so you can see the universe and everything, but it's a lot of loading screens. And like, especially in those ones where like you're supposed to be smuggling and you don't actually manage to smuggle anything, all it is like a series of space fights. And once again, it's too often. Like going from one planet to another when you're supposed to be smuggling something, and you end up having to do like 5 different space fights in a row before you actually get there. It's too much. Like one when you get there, you know, or something. Once again, you're not a very good smuggler, obviously, because it's like, oh, I need you to smuggle me to this planet. And you get caught 5 times before you make it to the planet. Like you are a horrible smuggler. The character abilities are fine. I would highly recommend getting the thing that makes it so everybody can talk to everybody. You don't need the droid. Like you don't need to use the C-3PO droid or anything to talk to people, because oh my god, that got old quickly. Having to switch characters just to pick up a quest or to do a step in a quest, you know, or to turn the quest in, you know. Very annoying. I like that they have like the hero terminals and the droid terminals, and you can auto complete them. If you, and then you know you have the where you got the thing where it's like you can auto complete it or complete it for money. That was nice. I hate the charging shot for the scoundrels. That was horrendous. That was a horrible purchase. I should not have done that because it doesn't do enough. Like the fact that if you shoot somebody in the head, it knocks off their helmet no matter what you shot them in the head with, but does 0 damage to them, means that that charge shot does just as much as like a not charged shot, and just fires slower. So I mean, it's like, it's not worth it. Other than that, I mean, like the level challenges themselves are fairly decent. I can't think of any off the top of my head that were like super annoying or anything. Same with like getting the mini kits. There didn't seem to be, because a lot of the time in these ones, the hardest mini kits are the ones that are in the areas, like all the flight levels in this one, right? Where you're constantly going forward. A lot of times in other Lego games, not this one, those mini kits will be the hard ones, because if you miss one, then it's like shoot 5 things, and if you miss one of them, then you're screwed and have to restart the level. As for going through the levels in free play, I do kind of wish that they kept in what some of the other games did and let you start the level at the checkpoints instead of having to start all the way from the beginning. But at the same time, the levels are fairly short. So while it would have been nice, I can also understand them being like the level takes you 5 minutes. There's no like 5-10 minutes. Like why let them skip? Like you shouldn't need to skip half of it. But still, it would have been nice. Also, these credits are really long. I didn't expect to have to talk for this long. The disguise system seemed kind of pointless, because unless you specifically need it for like a story mission, it's just easier to switch into that character, like during free play, during the free roam, and that disguises were 100% pointless because you could just switch characters into somebody. Same with like that whole faction thing where it's like if you're a rebel, then the Empire will attack you, but rebels won't. And if you're an Empire guy, then the Empire won't attack you, but rebels won't, or rebels will. Also fairly like pointless. I mean, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of use for it. But that has more to do with just the combat in Lego games being super easy, Like once again, there's almost no penalty for dying, and you don't really have to use strategy. Like they put it same with like they put in a combo system in this game. I think that you would be hard pressed to find somebody who actually bothered to use it, because when hitting X kills the guy in less time than actually using the combo system. I mean, so I mean they implemented a lot of systems that just seem to have like very niche or pointless or no use whatsoever, Yeah, and I think and too many characters. Eliminate the whole miscellaneous. Take out like half the freaking other ones, like they're not necessary. Like I get it. Hey, look at all the characters, but it's pointless. People are going to use the ones that they like, and having like 50 different stormtroopers, nobody cares, having like a bunch of side characters that don't even have an ability. Like I highly doubt that anybody seriously uses any of the characters from the miscellaneous tab, because they can't do any of the stuff that you need them to do. They may have, once again, very niche uses, some of them, but I doubt that it's enough to actually bother to keep them on your quick select there. Also, quick select that you have for free play in that, fucking awesome. Best one yet. There was another one that did something similar, but I think it was still like the selection wheel, but having it on the D-pad, very good choice. That was a good one. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, oh my God. All right, well, you know what? I can't physically talk about that anymore, so I'm just gonna, whoever didn't get put on there for the credits doesn't get credit anymore. Too long. Make them go by faster or make them more interesting. I need to get back into free play and finish this up so that we can pop probably 2 achievements, I would imagine. There's probably one for all the mini kits and one for all the level challenges.
Look at that fleet.
My granddaughter
Now, like I said, unfortunately, we got to go
alongside
through
me,
this
his
as well, which is a
grandson.
shame.
There's always
But
a
you know what?
family
I'm going to
coming in this
cut this out
galaxy.
for you. I'll do this, but I'll just cut to when we're done this. You've already seen this fight. It can't be any different.
The explosives on these
All right.
Orlocks have to reach the tower. So
Fight's
stay
finally
close.
over.
Everyone
Still
look out.
didn't
TIE
die
fighter.
as Kylo, just because it's very hard to die in this game.
Protect the Orbat.
So yeah.
They're carrying the explosives. We need to take down that tower.
We have, what, 2 mini kits to get, and 1 challenge. The challenge will be once we first dismount here. And the reason why we couldn't get it before is because we needed a scoundrel character to do it.
Ground troops.
Nothing will stop the return of the Sith.
Okay.
Okay, and boop. Hello. Was that end the achievement? No more training do you require. Oh, I guess that is one thing I didn't mention during my little review there, is the level challenges. Like, none of them are hard, but I don't know how you find out what they are. Now, I can't get to that one yet. Nope, that's definitely further ahead. Alright then. Fine, we can very easily end them. But yeah, I guess that's really my only issue with the level challenges, is that if you don't know what they are, I guess you would just have to buy the rumors, which is kind of annoying because I imagine it would only give you the title of it as well. And not all... Okay.
I'm too busy to bow out now.
And it's not like they really give you much for like... Like, I mean, the title would let you know maybe a couple of them, but I think for the most part, the title, like having just the title and nothing else, I don't think would be all that useful. Just clear these guys out so I don't have to deal with them.
If there's a terminal to shut down that power generator, we need to find it.
But I need to go back here first. Now, I wonder if it... Okay, well, this seems like I should have got this maybe before I got on the horse. Yeah.
There should be a control panel somewhere that switches off that power.
A bounty hunter of my...
And there we go. That is all the mini kits now. You needn't worry about your... I don't
You think
know
we
what
can
that one's
control
about.
that turret and blast the X-Wing out the way?
Anyway. There you go. That is every episode now. 100% done. So that's cool. So now all we got left is the free play in the galaxy. Yeah, there's our true Jedi. There's our last challenge. And our final 2 mini kits to get that looks like the troop transport maybe that we flew in on. Now I imagine that we don't have all of the things either. Yeah, and then the Sith Citadel is there as well. Alright, well let's just go to Exegol Space. Just because I want to open up the menu there and see we have for characters in that. Yeah, so obviously we have all of the mini kit ones. And let's see, do we have enough to get, no, just one of them, but that makes sense. And then, yeah. So we have the stuff in Exegol and Exegol Space, and then we might have a little bit more to do on a couple of the other planets. I know we got most of them done because we got like all the achievements for doing it, but yeah, so next part will probably be the final part then. I can't imagine it'll take us more than yeah, I can't imagine it would take us more than one more part to get the 100% in this. So yeah, that'll be it for this part though. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.